By watching this video, you will make sure you know how to turn on a treadmill and get it moving, how to increase the speed, slow down the speed, how to increase the incline, so go up a hill or go flat, and how to turn it off, and all about the emergency stop feature as well. If you're feeling nervous about starting your fitness journey, this video will help you. Treadmills can be really simple, but when you first join the gym, you might be feeling a bit overwhelmed, a bit nervous, and watch this video to make sure you know how to turn the treadmill on and get started. I'm Rhiannon, the active autist, and I've lost over 100 pounds of my body weight by prioritising my own health. I've done that with no surgery and no injections. This video will show you a step-by-step guide of how to start walking on a treadmill. So it's not too difficult, but it can feel overwhelming when you're in a gym. It might be that there's a lot of noises going on. It might be that you're distracted. The music might be loud, the lights might be bright, and all those things can lead to all of these things can lead to a sensory overwhelm, a shutdown, and a panic. This video is just going to provide you with some tips to make you feel confident so that you can get on a treadmill, press the green button, and start walking. What you'll find is once you're able to start walking, your blood pressure should rise a little bit. No, your blood pressure should fall a little bit, and you should start to feel a bit more relaxed. It will give you something to focus on. Walking one foot in front of the other, you can do that. So, when you come into the gym, make sure you know where the treadmills are. They are usually grouped together with other cardio machines. So in my gym, you have the treadmills, you've got rowers, and you've got bikes and cross trainers, and they're all sort of near each other in the same area. So you know if you want to go do cardio that you walk through the door and you turn left. It's going to be different in every gym, unfortunately. I am a big advocate for gyms having maps of where the equipment is, because I think that will just help people who are feeling nervous, who don't actually want to ask for help, to know where to go. So you're going to go up to the treadmill, pick one that's not in use, always a good start, and make sure that you don't have anything dangling. Make sure your laces are tied up. Essentially do a little personal safety, a personal risk assessment, I guess, to make sure that it is going to be safe for you to go on there. You also want to make sure that you're choosing a treadmill that has an emergency stop feature. They should all have one as standard, but sometimes they can break, they can be broken, they can be missing, so make sure yours does have one. It's something I've never needed, but I imagine in a situation where you do need it, it is important that it's there. It is an emergency feature. So you press the green button on a treadmill to start it. It will start slowly, but for the first few times, and probably some good practice moving forward, you can hold the rails that are either side, and they will stop you juddering when it starts. It isn't the most pleasant of feelings sometimes, because fundamentally that tread has to start somehow. So it isn't a smooth transition sometimes, and it can take you a little bit off guard, which is why holding on is a good idea. You do have the safety feature here, which if you are new to exercising or perhaps a bit unbalanced or unsteady on your feet, you will want to attach that to your clothing. So it's a usually red clip, which will be attached by a string to an emergency stop button or slot or something that when pulled tight will activate, and the treadmill will then come to a stop. It's usually quite abrupt, so I wouldn't recommend using it as a stop feature, but in an emergency, it's there for you to use. It is good practice not to exercise if you're feeling dizzy or unwell, by the way. Trying to work out how to say this, but if you are going to push yourself hard, for instance, and you are nervous of how your body might respond, perhaps you have a history in the past of feeling lightheaded, you've got your sign off from your doctor, but your doctor says, okay, just be mindful, put the safety clip on. They're not the coolest of things, but genuinely they are there to help in an emergency. So it's a green button that will get you going. It will start nice and slowly, so you don't need to panic, and you can just start matching the pace. It is going to be very slow. I think most of them kick in at about 0.5 miles an hour. It is slow. To put it into perspective, my normal walking pace is quicker than some, but that is 3.7. So it is slow. Now you can use the arrows, which are in a few different places, to increase that speed. So what I would say when you first start is increase the speed to a normal walking pace. You are not going to be going for a run, you're just getting used to the treadmill. So you've got the up arrows and the down arrows. They are going to control your speed. On the treadmill that I'm on, they are on the right. There are other arrows that are on the left. Now these do the incline of the treadmill. So the incline is if you're walking here on the treadmill, if you're walking on the treadmill and you're facing, hang on. Ooh, yeah, okay. You're walking on the treadmill, this is you and you're walking, and you increase the incline, which means you're going to tilt it up. Now what that means, it's going to be harder for you to walk on it, because you will find that even by not increasing the speed, you'll be having to use more energy to walk in the incline, which is going uphill, than you would if it was on the flat. So once you've got happy with your speed and you're feeling comfortable, you can then start to increase your incline. I would just do it gradually. There is no rush. Again, it is going to be more tiring. And remember, on a treadmill, it's continuous. So whereas in real life or outside of the gym, if you're walking a dog in a national park, let's say, or on some land, the land has natural kind of undulations, and you will find that you might have a hilly bit, but then you'll have your downhill or a flat, so you can recover. When you set your incline on a treadmill, it's continuous, so it just doesn't change. So it's really good. I like it because it's stable and you know what you're getting. However, it is quite intense if you're not used to walking uphill at a steady incline. So bear that in mind. But you can always drop it back down. You can always lower the speed. You can always lower the speed. It might be that you prefer walking quicker on a lower incline, or it might be the reverse, and actually you prefer walking slower on a higher incline. You can work this out over time. And some days you might want to change it up and do something a little bit different. You might do some intervals, but you don't need to worry about that today. You're just playing with the incline and the speed to find something that feels good for you to walk on. In terms of the view on the treadmill, so most of them will have the options to have different views. Now, some of them are really fancy. So some of them you can set a screen and it's like you're walking along a beach and you've got sand and stuff. I've been on one where I was, I think, walking through a forest. My ones aren't like that. The most exciting thing I can do is change it from showing me the time that has elapsed to showing me this little lap thing where I can see where I would be on a lap if I was doing laps, which I quite like, to be honest, because it helps me make a decision on when I'm going to increase an incline or speed or decrease. Kind of gives me that something to aim for. You can also change the measurements. So some treadmills will be a standard miles per hour and some will be standard at kilometers per hour. There are always ways to change it. To be honest, I usually just keep it on whatever it's on. I would say that 3 miles an hour is 5 kilometers an hour. So that's a good guide for you. So I think when I'm doing 3.5 miles per hour, I think I go for about 5.7-ish kilometers per hour. But you will get a feel for it, and it should say where it tells you the distance as well, how far you're going. So have a look for that. And don't be panicked if you get on a different treadmill, even at the same gym, and it's a different unit. It doesn't matter. The arrows and increase and incline, they're all going to work the same way. It's just a different way of showing you the speed. When you're ready to stop, you can just press the stop, and what you will find is the treadmill will gradually slow to a complete stop. When you do that, it is probably wise to put your hands on the handles again. That will just help you not lose your balance, but it is important to remain standing on the treadmill until it has come to a complete stop. I do know people who like to fly off the end of the treadmill and they think it's funny, but I think one day someone is going to get really injured and it is not going to be funny. So think safety first, that's important. I think in the gym there are a lot of dangerous things that could happen in a gym if the equipment is misused. So just be mindful and try to eliminate any opportunity to be injured. Also, it would suck if you start a fitness journey and end up hurting yourself because you decided to slide off the end of a treadmill. That would be a really not a good start to a journey. So just be mindful. No one cares how fast you're going. No one's going to care what incline you're doing. People who go to the gym and get on the treadmill, they're all doing it just to improve their health. You will get some people that can run and run and run uphill for a long time. I'm not one of them, maybe one day, but honestly not right now. A walk is fine. There's no pressure to go jogging, running, anything like that. Just get used to getting on a treadmill and getting off, and you'll be fine. Confidence comes from doing these things. I know I said before that each time you do something new, you have this comfort zone, and by doing something new, you're flexing that comfort zone. And what that means is that over time, those flexes, they actually just increase the area of your comfort zone. So things that would be challenging then get easier. Top tips for treadmill workouts: take some headphones, watch Netflix. There's some really good YouTube videos as well of like treadmill struts, where someone, or I think probably multiple people now, have gone through different artist playlists and they've pulled up a list of songs that increase in speed and tempo. So you could do like a Lady Gaga treadmill strut, for instance, and you could increase your speed with each song. So look out for things like that. They're quite fun. I have done a couple of those. I also enjoy watching RuPaul's Drag Race on Netflix because then I feel like I get a bit of sass and I quite enjoy that. And it makes me laugh. And I think exercise should be as enjoyable as possible. And if that is for you watching Netflix and watching drag queens go up and down runways in ridiculously high heels and with makeup that just is insanely good, then watch it, because that's what I do to get through it. So I am going to do more of these kind of introductory to gym equipment videos. I'm not sure what to call them, but I'm going to do more of them. I'm thinking cross trainer and rower next, and probably then a static bike. Do ones that actually require a bit more setting up. But a treadmill is really simple. Press the green, get going, start walking, increase the speed as you need, increase the incline as you need. Red button will stop. I hope this helps, and if you have any questions, reach out. Let me know if you do use this guide. It's just meant to be something informative to help anyone who's feeling nervous feel more prepared when they go to the gym for the first time. You can always check out my other videos as well. I have some really good ones that will hype you up before your first gym session and go through what an induction would look like as well. So that would take away the worry of what to do the first time. There's always an option to get started. The time is never going to be perfect. The most important thing is that you just do it, because your health is so important and you do deserve to be healthy. And with my support, you can definitely achieve your goals. Thank you for watching, and please like, share and subscribe, because I would really love to keep making these little videos for you. I wish that I had had them when I started my fitness journey, and if they help just one person get into the gym and feel confident, then I will be really happy. So please let me know if that's you, because knowing makes a difference. Thank you for watching. Good luck at the gym, and I will be back with more info videos.